All right, I put you guys on mute. Sorry. We're going to go one more 30 seconds. Welcome. Welcome. And welcome to Wob Sports. As you guys know, we start right after Ahmed's stream. A lot of the regulars are probably going to be rolling in here shortly. We're going to be doing some we're going to be talking about obviously the title. I'm glad all my tin hatters are on their way here. Bless up Dab in the chat. Bless up, man. Thank you. Appreciate you as always. I know everybody's coming through. CNAC, you know you get that every single time you. Welcome. All right. So
mutes my mic, bro.
So we're gonna talk a little bit about before we get into the main course of this, the Felix, the Victor Osimhen news. We're going to be talking about a little bit about the center backs. I have a new tin hat theory on what's happening with the center backs. I'll bring that up in a bit. But I would like to bring up what Simon Jones has put up from Nail Sport, and here it is. All right. So, Axel Sassi is attracting interest from France and Italy. Now, I've heard a couple of rumors, okay? Not anything strong, but I heard a couple of rumors that we might be in for Gahi as like in the background kind of move. Okay. Now, for that to happen, and everybody wants a new center back for the most part from our fan base, that all they do is cry about not having the center backs that they want, and the center backs aren't good enough, and this, that, and the third. On the contrary to what everybody else thinks, I personally think that we should give these center backs some time. Okay. I think that we need to see just a bit more from these center backs before we absolutely make a decision. And I would like to see if Maresca can put a tandem together that it is a fit before I make a decision on if we need to make a new option for this. And yes, Gahi is the tin hat theory. I will bring that up here in a bit. I'll go grab my hat. So it's right here. It's not even that far away. I'm just rolling myself a joint before I get that started. Now, Melon, Carlito, I'm glad you're here, my brother. I'm always happy to have you here, my dude. You know that. So you guys, what do you think about this news here? Like, do you think that we should be looking for a new center back and actually looking at moving on from Sassi and Chalobah, obviously Chalobah being the other one that we would be moving from?
I think so. I think I wouldn't be too keen on seeing Sassi go. I think if anyone had to go, it's going to be Chalobah, and after that, it's going to be Badiashile. I think Badiashile for me is at the bottom of the pecking order in terms of people that are going to actually be playing as centre back. But if Sassi is the one that goes, I don't think anyone's really going to complain. Hasn't really performed to the level, but I think in a perfect world, we see everyone stay and more time to be given to all of them, I think. That's how I feel.
Carlito, I know what you don't have to tell me about how you feel about Chalaba. You can skip that part.
Cool. So we just got to do some simple math here. Palace owes us 20%.
Carlito, I'm gonna stop. You're going into my tin hat theory. Stop. Okay. What do you think about this?
I'm sorry. I'm preemptively intelligent about this. I think they want two of our players.
Carlito. Great minds think alike.
They want two of our players, and we get 14 million off. So it works out pretty well.
What do you think about Sassi? Because I'm going to bring that.
I like Sassi. Okay, so here's the thing about Sassi. His passes are very accurate for the most part. I think there were times where he would get like 96% accuracy. There are things that I don't like about him. One is that he's slow. I don't like slow, period. Any type of slow, unless you're Cesc Fabregas or I guess Frankie de Jong, then I just don't want a slow player on my football team. Because football is about being chased. So much of it is about evading pressure, being chased, getting away with certain things because you can get the ball off you quickly or you can dribble away from something. This game has become so much about fitness. Like your attackers have to be so fit. They have to press so much or you don't fit in the modern game. So you as a defender, you have to expect pressure. So you have to be good at evading pressure. One of the reasons why we bought Aaron Anselmino from Boca Juniors is because he's incredible at evading pressure. The problem with Sassi is that he's slow to get the ball off his foot, and he's slow, period. So if he's slow to get the ball off his foot and he's slow, period, he can get caught under pressure. And then on top of that, if we're playing at times a suicide line with a very complicated system of pattern play out of the back, I feel like this guy, maybe even more so than Chalaba, might struggle with this. And that learning curve is going to be a little too steep for Sassi. Now, I like him when he has to play simple defense. His best game, by far, was against Manchester City when we tied 1-1, should have won 1-0. Rodri, we basically scored an own goal. He ripped it. It deflected off of one of our players that goes in, right? That was his best game. He won player of the game, Sassi. And that's when he's really good. But when it becomes complicated, he gets in his own head, and he's just one of those guys that can't figure it out. Plus, he makes decisions too slow. So I don't hate the player at all. I do like the player. I just don't know if he's ready for something like this.
You know, I was actually kind of excited to see if he could fit, to be honest. Just based off of his passing ability.
It's really good. It's really good. Really good passing.
I do agree with his decision-making being a little bit, let's just say, delayed.
Yeah.
Is a better way of describing it. But I do like how aggressive he is, like C-Nex says. But you're right. And in the air, he's pretty damn good as well.
Yeah.
But the speed is concerning. It is concerning. And I can almost say the same as about Badiashile, but his recovery pace is a little bit better.
Yeah, it is.
And he is a problem in the box too, like on set pieces. So, I mean, once again, like I take this with a grain of salt. I take it with a grain of salt. Male sport is hit or miss, but at the same time, we can see it happening, right? And I kind of get the idea with what JK's saying, but we did see like a different Badiashile his first 6 months in what we're seeing right now. And honestly, to me, I think I would agree with this statement because of the player that I think we would end up getting would be Mark Gahi. With Gahi, as eloquently as Carlito put it, we have a 20% release clause on him. So let's just say, for instance, from Newcastle put in a bid for like 50 million, right? Let's say they want like 65 for Gahi. right? I'm just going to pull up a calculator quick.
It's about 13, 12.5.
Yeah, I think that's where I was thinking too. I just wanted to make sure my number was correct.
13.
It's about 13. So if you end up say they want 65 for Gahi, you could end up getting Gahi for about 50, 55, something around there, 50 to 50, 52 to 55. And you'll end up and then you end up selling them Trevor Chalobah on top of it, which is an extra 25 that you would get back on top of it. And if they want Carney at a decent deal, then you can move Carney for around 20 million. And then in the end, you're pretty much evening out. Like the numbers end up evening out. Like it's the release clause plus the two players end up equaling out to what Gahi is. So in the end, that's the other tin hat theory that I have about this is I think that in the end we go in as a surprise at the end of the window to get Mark Gahi. I think that might be the move in the end. I can definitely see that being the case, just because of the opportunity. Once again, this window, as we're gonna talk about with Felix. And we're going to talk about with Victor and to be honest, what Tosin was, what I'd argue Neto is, what KDH is. They're all opportunities. And Dag, I'm glad you brought that up. We'll try to get to that at the end. I do want to show you guys what the team is looking like at this current moment. As like a setup as well. Like that's something that I'm really looking forward to showing you guys because it's not what everybody exactly thinks. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit changed. And I want to make sure that you guys understand that. I'm really glad you brought it up though, bro. I'm really, really glad you brought it up. And yes, key word here is opportunity. That's been the window in itself. The window in itself has been overall based on opportunity. Am I wrong by saying that, guys? In the panel here, am I wrong?
Wouldn't say so.
So I look at it and go, you want 2.5 players per position.
Mm-hmm.
2 positions. Really 2.5 positions. There will be times where we're playing 3 center backs. So I'm going to even call it 3. I'd like 6 players for those 3 positions, and I will consider Ronal Vega, who is already a fan favorite, and looks like Von Miller. He's so big. It's insane how strong and in shape and athletic that guy is. It's unbelievable. So I'll consider him one of them. So if I'm looking at this and I'm discounting Chalobah, we're not going to talk about him, but I'm not counting him as one of these players. So that's Sassi, Tosin, Benoit Badiashile, Levi Colwill. We'll go with Renato Vega and Wes Fofana. All right. So that's 6 center backs, including Sassi. You need 6. So if we're going to sell him, or even entertain the idea of selling him, we'd have to replace him. Because after last season, and really after the last 3 seasons, I'm not talking about carrying 35 players in the locker room, but I am talking about carrying 6
and we
center
can
backs.
talk about that as well, by the way.
I know, but you can carry 6 center backs if you're playing with 3 of them at a time, and 3 of your 4 players in the back are center backs, then you can definitely carry 6 center backs. It's probably why Ben Chilwell is going to go. You know, I mean, this is that, but our team is so injury prone that we could definitely carry 6 center backs if Ronaldo Vega could also play D mid, outside back, inverted outside back, all that shit. So he could be a hybrid guy. You need 6, Joey. So if we're getting rid of Sassi, there's got to be a replacement for him. I like the theory, and I mean, as soon as you said it, I was like, oh yeah, the math adds up. They want 70. And if they want 70, that's 14 million off. You're looking at around 55. you give them Carney and Chalaba, you call it a day. And
Yeah, pretty much.
And that makes
You
them
you
a better
throw in
team.
An extra 10 million in the end that they get out of it, you know.
Yeah.
And like,
But it's got to be something. But I don't want to wait until the end of the window, because this idea and what we're trying to do a bunch of complicated ideas. We're trying to do the deal with Oshman. We're trying to do the deal with Felix. We're trying to do the deal with maybe Ben Chilwell. I mean, we're trying to do a deal with Oshman and ADL, who's the hardest person in the world to deal with, and Antonio De Laurentiis in Napoli. Like, we need to make a decision quicker than at the end of the window if we want to do this, because I don't want us to be stuck with 35 players again. It ruins the attitude of the team if there's too many players.
All right. So we'll, you know what? Let's go to it now. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up transfer market real quick, because I did this earlier.
Yeah.
With, I think it was RSM. I did this earlier. Okay. It's actually kind of cool to look at, and when you look at it, it's not as like a difficult of a situation as you put it. Okay. And I kept track of this already. Like, I have the numbers already, but we'll go do it again. Okay. 1 second.
By the way, I think this Oshman deal is going to happen.
A little exercise that we're going to go through. Oh, big up everybody. 258 Nation rode through. Big up Ahmed. Big up everybody in the chat. We got
Adam.
We got a $1.58 in here. Okay. I'm at 401 subscribers. If you guys can like the thing, subscribe to the channel. We're at $1.66. And as a customary to when people show up to my stream, we must welcome you. Welcome.
There you go.
So,
what a jabroni.
So back to what I was saying here. Me and RSM did an exercise earlier today on how many players I think it might have been even me and Ahmed that did the exercise. But we're going to go through the list of players that we have, and we're going to talk about who we have actually in this team, right? Who we have actually in this team, right? And who's going to be leaving or going into, how many players are going to be leaving or going to the back to the academy teams. Okay? All right. So we're going to just do a quick exercise. Who's going to be leaving and who's pretty much going to be gone, like already has moved set up to be gone or is linked to be gone. Okay? Those are the two separate categories that we're going to have. Okay? Who's already expected to be gone and who's linked to be gone. Okay? Kepa Arrizabalaga goes into the who's linked to be gone's category. Okay? Lucas Bergstrom's going down to the going back to the academy. Bashir Humphreys has a loan lined up for him at 2 different clubs and should be accepted within the next few days.
Also has a sale lined up.
Exactly. So that one we'll put as expected to go. Ben Chilwell has a move linked, has been linked to a move gone. So we got 2 on each side now.
One of the reasons why is that Luke Shaw picked up a calf injury.
Yep.
Calf injuries could be anything, but he's expected to miss a lot of the first part of the season, so that could actually be perfect for both parties.
Leslie Ugochukwu has been linked to a move on loan is away to a Premier League club. So we're at 2 and 3.
I'm going to disagree with that one.
I just don't think he goes anywhere is what it is.
I don't either. I don't think so. I think he stays.
Yep, is what I do as well. Carney Chukwuemeka has a link is linked to currently linked to Crystal Palace. So it's 2 to 4. Cesar Cassidy has been had a medical recently that he actually failed. I found out at Fiorentina recently.
Oh wow!
How do you fail a medical?
Not too sure what happened there. I just read that he failed it.
What, he doesn't run the 2 mile test fast enough? I mean,
not
shit.
too sure. Omari Kelman's definitely going down to the U21.
Yeah.
Tino Andrin already has a move linked away, so we're at 4 and 5. Diego Moreira is already sent over to Strasbourg. That's 5 and 5. Tyreek George is going down to his U21 team. Angel is more than likely getting sent back to Strasbourg. So, but I'll put him on the linked side of things. Armando Broya is close to a move to Stuttgart.
Oh, that'd be good for him. That's a good
Yep,
fit.
he's on it. It's almost done. He's on his way.
It's a really good fit.
It's getting very close to Armando Broya.
Do you have a number?
No, it's a loan.
Okay.
Loan with obligation, if I'm not mistaken.
Call it a sale.
Number in totality, but I did find 3 or 4 links now to that move, and it is progressing at this current moment. Dr. Fofana has a move on the table to Leicester. David Washington is going down to the U21s. So that leaves us with 9 players that we're already going to know that we're going to be moving, and 6 players that that are on like the loan list or have a potential move on the books. There's 42 players on this list. So that's about 15 players that are going to be moved that have a move lined up or are going to their U21 teams or already have a move or going have something linked to the championship, like to a club at this current moment. About 6 players that we need to push forward at this current moment. Everything else is pretty much done. About 9 players that are on that list of 42. So,
by the way, this guy in the chat saying we fucked Washington. Joey, this guy's saying we fucked Washington.
Washington's 19 years old. He has plenty of a career.
Dude, he's 19. We're about to give him a career. Get out of here, dude. So many of these guys know you sign for a big club and then you eventually sign for a mid-table club and have a 10-year career. That is how football works. Jesus Christ, man. Get it together, people. This is not charity.
Like I said, guys. And I mean, I included a Chimpong into the first team with this list. I included him.
By the way, it's not a bad inclusion if we end up carrying 27 players.
I didn't include Kepa to a move yet. I didn't include Romelu Lukaku into a move yet, even though we know that both of them are going to be moved soon.
Yeah, but Chimpong, I feel very comfortable with him staying because of Reece James. That whole thing is a disaster.
Yeah, so in the end, bro, this 42 player bullshit that people keep on throwing in our faces. Instantaneously, we're talking about 31 to 33 players instantaneously. That I just laid it out for you.
Josh,
31
Josh and Chimpong. But respectfully,
and that's including that Chimpong.
The two publications that are really throwing it at our face are ESPN FC and TalkSport. I mean, they are taking every fucking opportunity to shit on this club, and then when August 30th rolls around, they will forget all about everything they said. If we clear the decks and we've got a functional team and we sign all these guys and we get rid of all these guys, they will not bring it back up that they shit on us for an entire month. Because that's just how they are. All right. Yeah, Ronal Vega. I love that comment. Yeah, he looks 28, bro. He looks huge. I love the dude.
Yeah, Vega's really good.
He's really good, right?
He's really good.
Next
I was
topic,
there.
bro. Yeah, I know.
You were there?
Ronal Vega looks like he's 28, bro.
I was in the shed and
some shit.
Bro, he was all about the fans, man. Just getting into it.
Big up everyone. Big up everyone in the chat. I appreciate everyone being here. I appreciate it. If you haven't subbed to the channel yet, make sure you sub to the channel. We do streams at this time all the time. We're live at this time all the time. This is when I'm free from work. I have the freedom to be able to do whatever I want until the girl comes home. So girl comes home, you guys got to dip. Well, I got to dip, but you get the drift. So day 2 on João Felix. Everything's really in our favor with this scenario. I'm just going to be honest with everyone. Like this is like a very testy subject when it comes to João Felix, because it's funny what is happening with Conor Gallagher and like their fan and the fan base. And Carlito, I don't know if you've seen this stuff with Conor Gallagher in Spain yet, but I'll pull it up for you to have a good laugh. Okay. It's impossible for João Felix to be Atletico Madrid player August 30th.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great start for Atletico Madrid right there. At the 19th hour, Conor Gallagher was taking a private plane to London. Chelsea asked him to return after 5 days in a hotel and training alone with a personal trainer. Today he has met in that hotel with Carlos Bucero, another executive and his agent, and they have asked him for patience. They will solve it by unblocking the operation for João Felix, who have entered since Samu fell off. Atletico Madrid are trying to get the money. They think João Felix is worth 60 million, but Chelsea don't think they have to pay that. And first offer is 35 million approximately. I think Atletico will wait. They know they can get more. Yeah, if they maybe sell him to Villa. And if that happens, that happens. Also, Chelsea have a number one priority, which is Victor Osimhen. Why Amaridian plans option fellows off. Conor Gallagher will train tomorrow with Chelsea B, because club regulations, whenever you have a year left on your contract, only to make you renew or to make you leave. Okay. Yeah, they won't get 60 million for João Felix, regardless on what they think. That's like plain and simple. Like I'm gonna be absolutely 110% frank. They're not getting 50 million for João Felix. I'm gonna be honest. There's not a team out there that's gonna give you 50 million. I'm gonna be so dead honest. Unless you have a Saudi bailout move, and I don't think Felix is gonna take a Saudi bailout move in this scenario when he has the ability to go to Chelsea, a place that he actually would like to be. Like, I think that this gets done around 40 million plus some add-ons. You might give him like a favorable add-on package at like 15 million add-ons, but the add-ons is if he cooks. Like he has to cook for them to get that add-on package, in my opinion. So Villa actually offered like a $50 million package, but once again, Felix has to accept that deal. I like a lot of these offers. A lot of these offers in the chat. That's probably right. I heard the add-ons were around 25 million in the first offer. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I heard that it was a 35 plus 25 back package.
That sounds like Jordan Poole's contract, man. Come on.
Yeah, that ass.
Seriously. So I did some number crunching, and I've been thinking about this a lot. One of the reasons I've been thinking about this a lot is because I love João Felix. Now, look, at the end of the day, and I've been around this game a very long time, but one of the things that I always remember is that this is entertainment. This is not life or death, despite the fact that certain people treat it as such. It's really not. It's supposed to be fun. João Felix is fun as hell. He's a fucking entertainer, and he's one of the most enjoyable players to watch when he's on his game. Is he lazy? Yes. Is he going to have to meet us in the middle on pressing? Yes. Is he going to press like Gallagher? Hell no. But he's sure as shit going to have to press better than he did last time he was at Chelsea, and that is just him meeting us halfway. Now, Here's his contract. His contract right now, and I'm going to speak in pounds, not euros, because pounds is what we deal with in England. He is on 98K pounds per week. He has a 4-year deal. It expires in 2028. All right? 98K a week. It expires in 2028. He used to be on a deal that was in the 200s per week. And then the fallout with Simeone happened, and he signed a contract extension as well as a wage decrease about a year and a half ago. And it drastically decreased his wages, but it gave him a longer deal. Now his deal's until 2028. I believe that there is a number that can get him to Chelsea. And it's going to be a little bit more than a Dion, but not much more. I think the number is 42.7 million pounds because it's exactly 50 million euros. And I've seen a couple projections that is what the number is going to be, 50 million euros. If we can swing that on a 4-year contract, we will also be saving around 52 million if we sell Raheem Sterling just based on salary alone.
Yeah,
so
but
it'll either be Madueke or it'll be Sterling.
Sterling's going anywhere. I think it's going to end up being
Fair
Nani
enough.
Madueke.
If it's Nani Madueke, that's okay as well. That's okay as well because if we sell him for 40, we're actually making around
Like
16 million.
Yeah, it's like 15 or million or something like that.
Yeah, because remember he's on a 7-year deal.
Yeah.
But either way, if we sell one of our wingers, we'll be making money. And then the difference that we have between the Conor Gallagher and João Felix deal will be negligible if the Noni deal gets done. So our books will actually be okay. So we actually won't be spending any money on João Felix. The upside is that he's a tremendous football player. The downside is that he's lazy. It doesn't matter to me if he's lazy because if he's lazy, he won't play, and he needs to know that. But he loves London. He has said many times that he was at Atletico for 3 years. He never got a chant. He got a chant in one day, which was garnered by Fatur and his band of misfits. They made up a chant, and they gave it to him his first fucking game. He loves London, and I love this player. Chelsea loves this player. And the only reason why João Felix is currently not a Chelsea player is because a criminal by the name of Mauricio Pochettino said he didn't want him. That man and his crimes. That man.
Yeah, he forced us into Conor Gallagher at the 10 for our after year.
Conor Gallagher. Chose Conor Gallagher over
Here we
João
are. Conor, speaking of the devil, Conor Gallagher is the number one trending topic in Spain at this current moment. If you don't know, get on the bandwagon. Gallagher Roji Blanco. Hashtag, go everyone in the chat. Go into the Twitter. Go into the X sphere, wherever you want to fucking call it, and tweet. Gallagher Roji. Hashtag Gallagher Roji Blanco. We're with you, Atletico Madrid fans. We are with you.
Make sure you tag Pice and Charlie Patrick. Pice and Charlie Patrick. Make sure you tag both of them.
Oh my God, we are with you, Atletico Madrid fans.
Oh my God,
we support you in this economy of what we're trying to accomplish here. Yeah,
so
I mean,
funny,
I guess you can put it that way.
It's so funny. Oh my God. Oh. 160 people are watching.
Whoever said Solomon, I brought this up earlier, bro. This João Felix.
Yeah.
This João Felix Sismo. He's like an insider. He follows him. I already brought it up, bro. I already brought it up, Solomon. I already brought this up. It's the same tweet. Same thing I already read this out earlier.
Max retweeted him, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing. I literally went to the source though. Like I was on.
Yeah. I messaged him earlier today.
This is the Gallagher tweet, bro. This is the Gallagher tweet right here.
Gotcha.
I just read it from the source. Like I read it from this website, right? This guy right here, because this guy's been on it like since yesterday. I've been following. He just knows everything about Felix. It seems like.
I love it.
So, yeah, that's that. In the end, I think this gets done.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Welcome. You know how it is, Nathan. You know what's gonna come, bro. You know what's coming. You know what's fucking coming. Welcome.
Big up, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Joy's channel.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, of
Got a
course.
lot of people watching tonight, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
we
that,
got-
got that,
we
got
a
that
nice
Carlito bump, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They heard Nathan was going to join in it. So
Yeah,
Yes,
I knew Nathan
sir.
eventually he would wake up from his nap, you know.
Yeah, he knows how it is.
He'd wake up from his nap.
big up Nathan.
By the way,
Connor
I mean, like,
Arroyo Bianco, huh? That's,
is there
that's
anybody-
trending, is it?
is there any team that Fabrizio and Talk Sport speak about more than Chelsea? Is there any team in the world?
Not that comes to mind. No.
Yeah. We're the most controversial team in the world, man. I love it.
I mean, now that that so-called
right,
115
wait,
touches
wait,
against
wait,
City's been
wait.
brought up, because sooner
Solomon,
they're a little bit
Solomon,
being talked about. But
Solomon, this is like brilliant. Okay, so like, yes, that's 100% happening. There's no question about it. It's happening. That's like no, like 100.
Doobie emoji.
There's not even a question for it. I need you
Doobie.
guys to have. There's gonna be 10 hats. There's gonna be 10 hats in there. There's gonna be. Bro, we do things different around here. What don't you know about this? We do things different. If we weren't different, we wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do this if I couldn't be different. That's just who I am, bro. Like, I'm just different. I've always been this way. So, like, all I need for you guys to do is sub to the channel so we can get to 1,000 by Christmas. That's all I've been trying to say. 1,000 by Christmas. We doing it. I
Joe,
even pushed it up for New Year's. I have it. I had from till I said I wanted to do it by New Year's. I'm trying to do it by Christmas. Okay,
Joey,
by
when was the last time you heard the word doobie?
My
I
girl
mean-
likes to say that word. So
Ah! Well, I heard that one bald Liverpool guy talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
Zubimendi. Oh, that's
yeah, that guy. They
Young
have a whole
man.
compilation of all the ones that all of the failures that this guy had. I'll pull
young
it up
man.
later.
You need a little more self-respect. You can't be doing that.
I'll do it the for the laughs, bro. The laughs, just
Oh
for the
my
laughs. You know what I'm
God.
saying?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
well,
I got
you know how it is. All right. So, next subject.
There he goes.
There we go.
Next subject.
Realjoy is back.
It looks like a Paisan Merlin. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
I love that. Yo, you've been on point today, Carlito. You've been on point. I gotta give it to you. You've been on point.
Oh, I had
You've
some
been on
mutts
point.
earlier today. I thought all about my Italianos.
You've been
I
on
love
point.
the mutts.
Like your analogies, you've been on point, bro. I give it to you. You've been on point.
It's Tuesday,
Oh,
Carlito. It's not Saturday, Carlito.
Let me
You
not
feel
bring
me?
up team talk. Let me not bring up team talk, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we should preface this subject of let's preface this subject of Victor Osimhen with the way that I've been talking about DiMarzio for the last week. Okay. Let's preface the subject with that. Okay. I've been talking poorly on DiMarzio for a while, and I've been saying not poorly in the sense that his words don't mean anything. I'm saying he's being briefed by Napoli, directly by Napoli. Okay, I always just want to make sure people understand that. That's a big thing for me, because if you don't understand that part of this, you're not going to understand the next part. Okay, so like now, since the last couple weeks, DiMarzio has been going out there and telling us that we have walked away from this deal. We never walked away from this deal. Everyone knows that. Fabrizio has told us. David Ornstein has told us. And Phineas, my friend, welcome to the show. I'm always high. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the fucking show. I'm sorry. Welcome to the show.
He's
This
a
is just
doobie
who I am.
enthusiast.
Like, welcome to the show. Like, I don't know how do you want me to say? What do you want me to say, bro? You know?
There's nothing else you could
What do you want me
quantify
to
it but
say?
that.
What do you want me to say?
I mean, Phineas, he's not low. He's not low, man.
So here's the Marzio finally getting on board with what everybody else has been saying. Okay, this is the point that I've been trying to make to people, that this deal has been on the table for us for a while. I've been saying that. I've been saying it for 3 fucking months. That's why I'm wearing a hat. Okay, like that's what it is. Like, all I want you guys to finally see, especially you guys that have been with me since the beginning, when I've been saying this since the last 3 months, for you guys to get the same vindication I'm getting. Because I want you guys at home to go ahead in your drawer, pull out some tinfoil and wrap your head. Like, that's how I want you guys to feel when I'm doing this. Like, that's how I feel about this. I've been saying this deal is gonna happen for 3 months. Carlito knows it. He's been telling me it wasn't gonna happen 3 months ago.
It's right. Sure.
I started this whole entire channel on this theory. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. If it doesn't happen, I've already said I love this channel enough where it's gonna keep fucking going. I ain't going nowhere. But at the same time, the vindication that I would have if this does happen, and especially at the numbers that I nearly guessed, like I'm like 10, 15 million off in total numbers, is to a point where exactly this one right here. This one right here. For my sanity.
Yeah, because when it wasn't happening, when it was on the verge of not happening, Joey was so mad. He's like, I'm going to be negative Joey for a year.
People know, bro. I went on stream every single day. I haven't disappeared. I show you guys every single time. I'm here. God. Mad, happy, whatever you want. I'm here. And I get cooked on other channels, but I'm here. Always. Exactly, my boy. Exactly, my boy. I'm here. Exactly, my boy. But here we go. Yo, you know what? What do you guys think this is gonna happen? You guys heard me talk about this shit for enough. What do you guys think is gonna happen?
I gotta take a shower after this, so I want to go first. And do I have a problem with the word doobie, brother? I got my undergrad in Vermont. What the fuck do you think? I was talking to Joey about this earlier today. We chat during the day a lot, and I had brought this up to you, and you agreed with me because this is me putting on my tin hat. Now look, it's not a full hat. It's like a tiny dunce hat, like what Joaquin Phoenix wears in Signs. So I'm gonna put mine on. It's a little cone, and I'm gonna say, I think Chelsea exacerbated their disappointment in Amor-Dion's ankle injury. I think that they said, oh my God, look at this. Look at this injury. This is such a deal breaker. Wink, wink. I'm actually fucking lying here. Like, I think that they exaggerated their disappointment in his injury. I think they tanked the medical because I think that this Oshman deal has all of a sudden become very real for them, although it was always on the table. And Joey's been on this since he came on my podcast the first time. This was 3 months ago he was talking about this shit. And I think that they tanked the medical so they could make this deal happen instead, while also perhaps bringing in João Felix. Because I don't think they want Jackson, Guiu, Amor-Dion, and Osimhen. That's just too much firepower, and it's too expensive. But they could do this with Jackson, Guiu, and Osimhen. They couldn't do this with also Amor-Dion. I think they tanked the medical, which is fine because if he's actually injured,
it makes us more feel better about Guiu too, because Guiu gets to stay now.
Bro, Guiu's sick.
And
he's
so
good.
Stay,
yeah. This is not some Cabamista exaggeration. It's not.
He has given us
La Masia.
Yeah, there you go.
The way that he has given us like like in this preseason, like what
Yeah.
he's shown us in this preseason has given me the idea that he needs to be a part of this team for the long-term future. And I want to see him give him as much time as we gave Broya. Give him as much time as we gave Broya.
People don't realize until they went to the stadium over the weekend how big Gahi is. Even for an 18-year-old, he's a fucking house. He's huge, man. And like he looks like he already fits there. So I want him to stay. Obviously want Jackson to stay. He was going to get a new deal with an increased salary, which is awesome because Jackson's actually one of my favorite players in Chelsea.
Yeah.
But getting this deal done and tanking the Amortion deal, that is some sinister Machiavellian shit. But I will never put it past Chelsea, who does not care what people say about them. And that's what I respect most about this club. They will operate regardless of criticism. I love that about them. It's very American, and I appreciate it.
I mean, that was how we acted before too, though.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Roman did.
yeah. But Roman didn't say
so.
anything. He didn't do any press conferences. Everyone just
Roman
assumed
just
that he
was, like,
didn't give a
stayed in
fuck.
shadows, then.
Yeah, everyone assumed he didn't give a fuck. But I love it.
Stayed in the shadows.
Yeah.
All right, Carlito, I know you got to head out, bro.
All right.
I hope
Hey
you have a
guys,
good one.
Joey, I hope this works for you. You know, I'm like not a huge Oshman guy, but I kind of want this to happen just because of the tinfoil. All right, buddy. See
All
ya.
right, bud. Have a good one. I
Yeah,
appreciate you
Carlito.
coming on. Nathan, my guy, you haven't been saying much.
This which particular don't we have a word on? Osimhen, yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're here.
Tinfoil
All
hat,
right.
man.
So personally, I believe this will get done. I just not so sure whether it's going to be deadline day or a little bit before, because I think Kante made that ultimatum how long ago to Aurelio De
About
Laurentiis?
a week ago.
About a week ago, yeah.
Mhm.
That he needed a striker, midfield, defender, or he walks. He obviously hasn't followed through on that just yet. So I'm guessing they've been explaining themselves to Conte, trying to convince him that they
I mean,
will
what
get
if it
those
was
players
all
in.
in one?
All in what?
Yeah, he went and
Look
got
on that.
all of them in one move.
Oh,
I mean, we're capable of doing that. We're probably the only club who can grant him what he wants, but I just think that we have too many. We're holding too many of the cards for both Conte and Napoli. So at the end of the day, if they fuck this up, it's hard to say who would be solely to blame for that. It would obviously be Napoli, ADL, of course, but then it would be kind of us to an extent as well for not trying to insist on. I mean, you can't force them to take the deal anyway. If they really want Lukaku, but
in
they're
the
not
end,
putting the money
I
up.
don't think they have a choice, bro. That's why
They really don't. on the
That's
face of
why
it, they
in
don't.
the end, I could pull up some more Osimhen stuff. Just give me 1 second here. But I don't really think they have much of a choice. Like, that's why he flew out today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the whole reason why they flew out today to London to meet with the directors to see like if there is a deal to be done and like they could start hashing out what this deal would look like, because it's gonna be something that's gonna be something we've not seen. It's gonna be what we saw with Douglas Luiz, but like on steroids.
Oh, these are unorthodox deals for sure, but this one
it's gonna
more
be on
specifically
steroids, bro. It's gonna be like what we saw with Douglas Luiz, but with on steroids. And you saw how long that deal took.
Oh, 100%. Obviously, involved some players going back the other way. 2 players actually. Baranchea and like Ilian Jr. So yeah, they had some complications for that, but yeah. This whole Osimhen situation, because he don't want to lower his wages a single euro. So, like, obviously, I get he backs himself. He doesn't believe he deserves to take a pay cut. He wants exactly what he's earning at Napoli and wants us to pay it, right? So
the difference is with this, Marty, right? Is they don't have money to pay for him. They don't have any. They can't do anything until we move, right?
Yeah.
So they have to make it where we will move, bro. That's the beauty of a negotiation. Like, all right, before I started working from home, right? I worked in enterprise sales for 2 tech companies before I started working from home. And that's the reason why I started working from home, so I could get away from all the bullshit. But I worked in enterprise sales. So my minimum sale size was 75 to 85,000 a year. Okay, a deal. That's what my minimum sale size was before. These type of negotiations are going to take forever. Like, but when you have guys that are in the helm of like a Gibali that are taking these type of deals, and Marty, my guy, I swear to you, I want you to just go and do a little bit of research on Igbali. I want you to just go in, type in his freaking name in Google, type in see what type of negotiations this guy has gotten himself into. There's some stunning stuff in there. There is some real stunning stuff in there. All right. And I urge anybody who's a Chelsea fan, does not know who this guy really is. And just as making the assumption because he owns our club. He is the co-founder of Clear Lake Capital. Please let me know. Yeah, but that deal got nixed. If you don't remember 300, go look it up. That deal got nixed right after Conor signed.
Yeah, that's true. They tried to pull out as well.
They pulled out of that deal.
Yeah. But then again, the Valencia CEO was obviously acting like he wanted Atletico to pull out of the deal for Gallagher with us so that they would go in for Javi Guerra. So that was before Conor gave him the yes.
Mm-hmm.
So things changed in a matter of hours.
Yep. So.
And because they try to, like, people might still be forgetting this. They still got to find the money to pay entirely for Alvarez's contract with City before they can obviously then try and follow through with the deal on Gallagher and then potentially Javi Guerra if they want to pursue him as well.
Yeah, I'm not too sure that this Javi Guerra move is gonna ever reach
might
him,
not.
to be honest.
Yeah.
That seems like something that's pretty done and dusted from what my understanding was after they signed the Gallagher deal.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that.
Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I should do a little bit more research on that.
Joey, wasn't you gonna go over the change of formation as well that we saw in the second half?
Give me 1 second.
We changed from like a 3-2-2-3, right, into like almost like a 4-4-2.
It was like a diamond. I'll show you what it looks like.
It's pretty good, pretty nice.
Give me 1 second.
Change.
What's that fucking blue coal? I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it because it's gonna be way too far down.
What's the time for you right now, Nathan? Good talk.
What day did we play Inter? It was Saturday, right?
Sunday the 11th. Might be different for you, time zones.
No, it wouldn't have been.
3 p.m. for us. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was just in the morning.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, if we got this deal done on deadline day, like at the end of the day, we would have got this deal done, and I think that's one of them. I know obviously we discussed centre backs earlier and whatnot because I've been listening the whole time. That's a different situation. I don't know if another opportunistic signing pops up in that particular area. I don't imagine we will turn our nose up at it, but we just have to. I think strikers definitely is a priority.
Oh yeah, that's right. We played on my birthday. I'm a dumbass.
Yeah. But I will say this though, I do see a scenario where Tony could be at play if for any reason this just falls through somehow. Like I still see in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking.
I just think that there's too many situations where we have too much control in a lot of these scenarios, in my opinion, where it's like they had especially with Napoli, where like they need us to take Victor from them. They need us to take Victor from them.
That's true, but I'd kind of put them in the same category as a Brighton and a Benfica. These guys have owners that, directors and whatnot just don't give a shit. They have they want to win in negotiations. Like they want to come out on top regardless.
Yeah, but that is also in question as well, in my opinion, with having Kante there.
100%. He's a powdered keg if you do
Yep.
not get him what he wants.
Yep.
Oof.
So it's like in this, it's not just Kante. It's Kante. The sporting directors are also ex Juve, and that's who
Oh,
he
true.
picked. So if
Yeah.
Kante dips, he probably dips. That's an entire structure that needs to be replaced, and that's the fit. That will be the 5th coach in a calendar year. A 5th coach in a calendar
Putting
year.
us to shame when it comes to hiring and firing managers. Yeah. So yeah, like I'm relatively calm. Like most of you guys are obviously relatively calm. Like obviously you're the ones carrying the flag for the Tin Hat Theory. So
this is the one that I want people to really look at, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, diamond formation. Yep.
So basically, why I wanted to show you this is because people were making the assumption that this Gusto Lavia is a pivot. Okay. Realistically, it's not a pivot at all. It's a diamond.
Yeah.
It's in Cuckoo behind the striker, or in this case, it could be Felix behind the striker because KDH could play here.
Yep.
Lavia Caicedo here. Gusto here, right? You
We
can
can't see the
switch
mouse,
it.
by the way.
Then
Can't
Cucurella
see
comes
mouse.
up here. If Reese is in here, you have Cucurella come up here and have it switched.
Yeah, we can't see the mouse, by the way. If you're trying
Oh, okay.
to.
Here,
Was
can you
just
see it
imagining
now?
what you're saying.
yeah. Visualizing.
Oh my god. Let me take a screenshot. What am I doing then?
Gusto in the midfield.
I'll just do it in like
Yeah, he looks comfortable on the ball.
Yeah. Gusto's such a good player, man.
Yeah, for the money we paid for him. Shit,
He's
that's
a
the definition of scouting.
steal. Last season was his, I think, 2nd senior season in football.
Yeah.
And he's this good.
And
It's
he's only
fucking
like 20 as
scary.
well. So
Yeah.
All right.
I'm on the same exact website.
Okay. I gotta just fill this out quickly. I wonder what's the one that Saeed uses. He has a one that you can just type in it quick. It pulls up the person's name.
yeah,
I need to figure out what one that is. Let's just say Nico right now. And then Neto. Cuckoo.
I think I might have found it.
And sure as shit, I definitely think Caicedo could play this role and drop back in this role too.
Oh, 100%. He's passing range and like
Yeah,
he's
I
stamina,
definitely think we
play
could
that.
play in that role too. This is Coop.
I mean, what little we saw of Vega, he could play that as well. It's kind of what he was brought in for as well.
Inshallah formation, we probably will see Sterling here instead of Neto, but this is probably the lineup for City.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Caicedo with his match fitness, Vega only played like a handful of minutes in like one game, if that. Correa, yeah, I can see him starting. Yeah, Tosin Levi. And obviously James suspended for 3 games, so yeah, that seems about right.
Okay, that's cool. But you can't move this. You can't move them like you have to have like a set formation of what it would look like beforehand with this one. Abdias. This one, it's not like formation creator. So like basically this is the diamond that I've been trying to let people know like what it's been looking like more of than an actual like this what people thought it was this.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's not a box. It's not a box midfield. It's a diamond midfield. Because we have 10s. So he's utilizing the aspect that we actually have 10s. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have multiple 8s, and one of those 8s is so versatile he could play in any 3 of these positions. He's using a true fullback that can get back into this position right here. And everybody slides. If Gusto's not here and he doesn't play Caicedo here, he can play, let's just say he can move this all over. Let's say this is Reese. And it'll look like this. And the reason why it's this, right, is Cucurella could go outside. He can go inside. Okay. If he's here and you have it this way, right? It limits Cucurella from going outside because then you have to have Enzo come out here.
Yep.
And Cucurella will have to stay in this area. So back to the reason why, let's just go back to this, right? I know it won't be Reese because Reese's legs is just gone. But let's just say for the sake of conversation, it is Reese, right?
Yep.
Reese Cole has the freedom to come in here and be his best self, right? This is Cole's best self. Being here and getting inside. That's cool. Cole's best self is being able to have this motion for himself because he can free himself up to open up space for others. He's always looking for a pass. He has ability to shoot from these areas at all times, right? Especially if he can get into the box. Now that leaves Reese or Gusto to be able to overlap and hit crosses in. You see?
Yep.
Instead of it being him back here, right? You have Gusto in this area or Reese in this area being able to get into this area. And imagine if this guy is this person. You have Neto being able to hit crosses from here. Enzo being able to hit crosses from the inside area. And Cuckoo's going to be roaming the box. And we have problems.
Yeah.
We got problems. He did. But in the last game, that's the way that he used it. That's how the game was that's how it was in the last game. Especially once Nkuku hit the pitch. He had the entire freedom of this entire side, and he was connecting with Palmer. He was connecting with Mudryk on this side, which we probably should expect this to be Sterling.
Don't you think Pedro Neto will play on the right?
I
think he was moved to the
Neto will
left.
play in the first game at all.
Yeah, besides that, but yeah, I think he was voting for the left.
But
For real? I thought you signed him pretty much to go on the right, replace Noni.
Because like people know he's a right winger, but he can play on the left. He has played on the left.
Yeah.
And you look at our current left-hand side, it's a bit of a problem.
Adds a bit of balance as well.
Yeah, it does. A bit of
quite nice.
versatility.
Yeah.
one second. I just want to pull up something for people. Because this is something that people are just making to themselves of like what they expect.
Yep.
But this is at 13 million a year. Jeffy J, this is at 13 million a year, okay? With his bonuses, it would hit 15. That's how much it is a week at a base. And that's net. Let me pull up the data. That's not. Oh, that's gross. Excuse me. They work in net in Italy, so the number is different.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But gross is bigger anyway, so. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this is verified by Capology. This is what this company does for. This is what they make their mark on. Is this type of stuff. So,
Bro, what are these fucking ads?
no, I have no
I
idea.
know, right?
They have to make money somehow, my guy.
That's true.
They have to make money
Just
somehow.
in case your banana don't work.
That's in euros, guys. That was in euros. I mean, that's verified information, guys. You guys can find it yourself. I don't need to explain it to you. All right. Well, I appreciate everyone showing up today. That's going to be the end of the show. I'm Joe, your host. I appreciate the cast for coming and throwing in. And I hope you guys have a good day.
Fuck Tottenham.